Alright, now we have the action out of the stock. Now, if you're not really mechanically inclined, this is where it's going to get difficult. Some of these guns come apart easy. Some of them, like this particular one, it's in very nice shape, but it was all covered in grease and everything, and it was real hard to break these screws loose. But what happens is, inside here, you want to totally disassemble your gun to clean any old grease, rust. It could be rusting from the inside. Even though this blue looks good, it could have had moisture up in there. So I kind of broke this apart, and unless you have a real good set of gunsmith screwdrivers and any experience, it's real easy to damage things. But I'll show you how to disassemble this a little bit further to get a better look at the action. This is a spring, and this is your magazine cutoff. You remove this screw here. Move this screw and the spring. This is the spring that holds this arm down in here. Now this arm goes through the rear of the loading gate or platform. So now that that spring's out, it also locks it in. You can just pull this out. See, the spring locks on this notch. It holds this in here. Now what that did is this loosens this up, and there's another spring underneath. And you just got to kind of fish the parts out a little. Should just kind of be able to pop this out. See, that's all covered in gunk and grime. And then you get down in there, there's the spring that flips the gate up. And it's kind of greasy. Well, and what you could do is loosen this screw and this screw. But on this gun, this thing is frozen. I can't get this screw loose. And then this floor plate is kind of dovetail, will slide forward and come out. And then you could clean out the whole action. But because I don't want to damage the screws, I can reach down in there with a toothbrush and flush. See, it's all dried cosmoline and stuff in there. Very nasty crap. Now, if you wanted to, but it's kind of difficult, the trigger mechanism, here's a spring here that's on top that holds this in, and there's one pin here that you can drift out. This here can be a difficult thing to remove also. So again, it's up to you. If you can't get it, leave it alone. Just clean it out with a brush and spray it out with carburetor cleaner. You got to get the spring off to relieve the pressure. Take that spring out there, and then you just drift this pin out. That's what holds the assembly in, as a spring, and then your trigger and sear come right off. You know, these things are all covered in grime. There's dirt, and you can see where rust starts up under there. And that's about it. Now we'll give it a cleaning. This is part 2, the disassembly, and we'll get it cleaned, and then I'll go to reassembling it to make it easy for you. I'll show you how to put it all back together again, and we'll get this gun back together in the next video.